this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives...
Huh? I'm not the...
I'm here today. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'm definitely not...
Otani!
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House.
I headed over to Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was... Don't tell me!
Imbecile!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
The killer used that and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected...
That's right!
It was a surprise beating!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
The killer used that and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected...
That's right! The weapon is decided! I guess we should figure out the weapon first. The weapon was right there...
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected...
That's right!
It was a surprise...
The weapon is decided! I guess we should figure...
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime...
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected, I suppose...
That's right!
It was a surprise beating!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
The weapon is decided! I guess we should figure...
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him! I guess we should figure...
The weapon was right there!
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is...
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap...
If it was unexpected...
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
The weapon is decided! I guess we should figure out the weapon first. The weapon was right there!
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used and beat the crap...
Out of him!
If it was unexpected...
That's right! The weapon is decided! I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at this...
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him! I guess we should figure out the weapon first. The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's wrong. No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? What?
A lot of oil was flowing through Nekomaru's body, just like human. If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil. But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious,
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
baby.
Just so y'all know, I thought maybe you guys...
Seems that was a whip.
Then what was the real weapon?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
I see! The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty frickin' heavy. But there's one dude who could've lifted...
Huh?
Coach Nekomaru's robot...
So, he lifted the pillar.
You mean Neko?
Don't be stupid!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that...
Well, I get...
What the heck?
But that's a problem. If it's not...
There may be a... Huh? Yes.
I see. So, alright. It's up to you.
Understood. Sonia! There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not beating him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and...
Even I could considering it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his...
Even I could probably... Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head.
Even I could... Considering it probably exerted it...
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift...
If the pillar was beating him with it is beyond...
What about tipping the pillar over?
Damn it!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond.
What about tipping the pillar over? There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar? They aimed right for his head and...
Even I could, considering it probably exert.
Sonya! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift...
If the pillar was beating him with it is...
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong! If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar,
Huh?
the pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him,
I briefly considered that too.
I see.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer...
How much longer are you gonna focus?
There's no way I can let it go.
Why are you so certain?
I just...
A feeling, huh?
But we can't say for sure that there's another way to use that pillar to kill.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what...
You guys, you're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the future
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should...
How come you're not talking like a lunatic?
I've learned a valuable lesson.
Huh? What do you...
Who cares? Just...
Well, first, but when combined with the specific...
A specific...
Of course, the...
Isn't that...
So, Nagi...
Of course I know, but I'm pretty sure Reeves?
That's right. Because I, the one who is I am he who cuts the int, it's only fitting.
No, you are... Strawberry House leads to Strawberry, but in actuality, they are both the same. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is a secret.
Man, not only does that make perfect...
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion. In truth, Strawberry Tower... and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the...
Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both... I mean, the walls are different, and the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the fun.
Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different color, and the designs on the floor...
We've already settled. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry are actually the exact same...
No, that's wrong!
both of those towers...
Why are you asking...
Hajime, I won't tolerate...
I mean, doesn't it... When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall.
It's probably... If it is, then see?
If so, then what?
Does that mean he's...
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means...
Bow down! Then how about this?
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower, but we should have all been together during that time.
Then Monokuma did... While we were moving,
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing...
If it is too heavy to carry, just like if there is no bread, let... There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene. He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the futuristic the pillar, the body, everything at the crime...
Allow me to cut through those words! Moving the body and pillar is possible.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar, physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not...
Then it's impossible.
I am terribly
It's all right. A fired up miss.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving...
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there.
If they're not the same building or two...
No.
Hey,
I thought it would come to this. Fine. I'll tell you.
Give us the answer.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason. The reason I'm the only one who knows it? I see!
you're talking about the final deadline, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, from that window...
Strange scene.
Instead of explaining it, at an opportune time...
You took a pic.
Yep. See? Picture on the first floor of Strawberry. But don't you? If the funhouse's structure, then there's lots of things that... Then let's begin. Shall... Crap!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room. If that's the case, then that means it's...
Yeah,
Then this is... This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first...
I see.
The structure of the funhouse, Grape House and Strawberry House should link, which means you're viewing the tower. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind.
That's right. In summary, the first floor of Strawberry House is located...
It's not? Are you saying that...
From this point on, do your own thinking. If you guys are truly simple, it might be possible for Hajime to solve it too. Despite the fact that you don't have a
You're referring to when you suddenly...
I'm asking you just to be safe.
The top...
Such sharp eyes.
top floor.
But the Monokuma Arc?
What does it mean?
It's all coming together!
Got it. Then let me hear it.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be... Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one six-story.
If you think about it like that,
I see!
on top of Grape House. That's... Because of that, the photo taken from the altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected.
But what about the shape of...
Strawberry House is...
It never occurred to us that they were the same building. A quadrilateral and a hexagon. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed that...
In order to conceal the... Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many...
Then it's true?
That's right! Those two houses...
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How?
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have... Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do what?
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from...
You're a magnificent guy!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical... It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair! You totally...
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one was actually a dummy!
No, that's wrong! Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from... we thought the body had moved. Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Town, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have...
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, you are...
It's alright. Kazui, if he was, he wouldn't have... It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is...
I'm even...
However, even if Nekomaru's...
The reason
Maybe it was
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that?
You must be What?
Are you saying...
Where the hell is this elevator?
It's the tower. The inside of the tower. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down. So whether you enter from... it all leads to the same.
So that's why we could only...
Now that you mention it...
I see. We were basically waiting for the room.
Please hold on. If the... Then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door? And a picture of a grape on the far...
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator...
Plus, after the incident... But when we entered Strawberry Tower...
Not just that, but if I remember...
There are two...
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good. So, let's put aside...
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on.
We will never give up!
So that's...
Now that you...
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And? Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you think the reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far... And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry...
Then, where did the...
I want to say they lead outside, but... Just for show. So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where they're... It was actually very effective. Because of that...
I don't get it. But I guess it...
Did you hear that?
Don't blame this on me!
Then I'll take responsibility and...
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen!
By the way, what is the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower?
It was... probably...
Why?
because of that chain. You guys... The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button. Everything was done. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, and using that as a clue, we might... The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they destroyed the button, and...
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the truth?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse...
Hold on. You're progressing much too...
What a pain.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that if so, how does the contact elevator that elevator. Then, when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this... Inside Grape House, Great Hall is on your right. And inside Strawberry House, which means the houses are... Answer me, fiend!
What does this mean?
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both if the contact elevator, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, if the contact elevator, the towers are in opposite directions.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, if the contact elevator is behind, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which... means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not
However, if the contact elevator, the towers are in opposite directions.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, if the contact the towers are in...
Which means you're...
It's clearly
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
Damn it!
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazui? Huh? Come on. You used the elevator.
That. From start to finish.
Rotated.
Meaning, as it also rotated It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side, which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you were...
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement, and since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical...
That's not splendid at all!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear! I'm different from these lowly...
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse. What's the ultimate weapon that...
Huh? You still don't know? What is the... Oh my... I can't believe I have to as long as you know what an octagon means... I see!
If I recall...
I didn't expect you to know that. I guess I should continue listening.
You're talking about...
Why is that?
You know how the four-sided strawberry house... If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided...
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final... In actuality,
Then the ultimate weapon...
That's a little different. I learned the true identity...
Learned?
The true identity of the old... Which means the killer used the building structure... Like me, the killer. And then thought of a way to kill...
The funhouse itself is the web.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning, but more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called...
Hiya! Okay, everyone!
I'm trying to force myself. I might as well have
I never expected the funhouse itself. Oh well, let's just...
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The killer who used the building structure. Like who's
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how...
He's right. There was a time I will sincerely retract.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder...
You say such falsehoods. There is no such thing as forcibly sacrificing others for one's own
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone, just so you know. It's not...
Akane!
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure,
How they killed Nekomaru.
it might be better if we clarify.
We will never give up! I see! That's it? I think
died from...
if the funhouse's secret is that it's... then the killer made use of its height.
Are you saying they pushed him off?
That, I don't...
Don't just... Where in that building would you...
It might be possible in the you could push him off the 4th floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions?
But my gut... When the elevator is on the... You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim.
Then, after locking Nekomaru, they moved the elevator from the... and made use of the...
Hold on! Did you forget the... As long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if Nekomaru wasn't moving.
Could it be...
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, if he's in sleep mode,
I see.
However, even if they moved the elevator, there would have been no drop...
That's what I was about to explain. Silence, Pat.
Now you're calling me a pest?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the...
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement, the hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what she...
Silence, pest. Don't be...
What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Crap!
If you arrange it as you can cause the drop...
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time...
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that. Didn't the doorknob have... That might have been where it got...
Is that the same wire?
The tip of that wire was tied in if the elevator moved while that loop...
They did some...
That's right. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the... tied the tip of the wire into a knot. With that, they moved the elevator... and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was...
You better not finish that.
The
killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair, because if he's suspended in midair, even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make it? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his...
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? What? Nekomaru should have still been asleep. If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? What? Nekomaru, if he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain it. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way. Now's the... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain it. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? What? Nekomaru, if he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside. Damn it! Even if they suspect, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him. It's possible that he...
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that sleep mode, but in that case, you still won't be able to... Moving the elevator with this just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru should have... If he was sleeping... Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you... But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way... Now, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the... Moving the elevator with... It's just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? Crap!
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru
should have still been in...
Allow me to cut through those words!
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in mid-air? Which means the killer set the alarm before...
If you woke up from an alarm, and if something like that happened to you, instinctively, your body would...
And then, in order the wire was hung on the tip of the door. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by...
But Nekomaru didn't fall.
He fell because the entire door...
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have...
Was that
Well, that's probably... If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that.
Yeah, I'm just a pest. No. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey! Why this guy?
So thanks to that alarm, that doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor...
Finally, the pillar.
So that's how the pillar...
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon.
Well, the pillar was a bonus.
At this point, it is quite difficult to...
Then what about... I'm positive the alarm was set for 7...
Hold on. What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set?
You didn't...
Nah, that's because even though I slept in a little,
Now that you mention... There was no way I could...
And if we found Nekomaru's body...
It appears, yet how were you able to discover...
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m. I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nek was set for 7:30 a.m. Nekomaru died...
His time of death and one of those must...
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru.
That's gotta be it!
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m. I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
We will never give up!
We headed for Grape Tower
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7... Nekomaru died...
His time of death and one of those must...
Killer probably messed with the clock inside.
No, that's wrong!
No, all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the...
Yeah, none of the clocks.
But what if all those clocks have...
What?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the...
I see. So the killer...
So that's what...
This is true.
Now's not the time to be pleased.
If the time in the... The building was all messed up, then we can only rely on
the time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on
the time of death. It's clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time...
Are there any clues that can be... If only I heard the sound when you fell, it would have been a great clue.
Or the scream.
He's not the type...
If only Nekomaru was alive, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in if does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building, then we can only rely on
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30.
The problem was in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to...
If only I heard the sound when you...
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard this.
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went...
Well, a huge body fell from the floor. It's obvious we'd hear the imp...
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at... What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound, everyone?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were...
I could not sleep at all. I was awake...
There's nothing to worry about.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might...
I heard that sound.
Huh?
I instantly woke up and left my...
Excellent work, Akane!
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7. That means our time was off by
2 hours? That...
We were starving pretty badly.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows.
However, for what reason did...
The reason is obvious. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you... From there, the killer's plan...
I see! That's it. The killer made...
How did they...
We were required to go to but if they mess with all the clocks and...
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. His radio clock had the...
That's right. In doing so...
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru earlier...
If I recall, and if that time was also 2 hours off, it should... At that time, he was heading over to...
I see. Now that I think...
Too early!
When you said everywhere, we thought we came to the tower on time. But in truth, it was way...
Aw, jeez! That, what was it?
Are you talking about...
Wrong!
Liar?
That's not it!
That's definitely...
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. The number of suspects has drastically...
Hey, why would that decrease the number?
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what...
Huh? What?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward...
Are you talking... A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru... Plus, it was just before that... If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the...
Really? Was there any...
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolt it. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that fast...
Which means that person doesn't... Who is it?
Who's...
Crap!
only one! The one who wasn't there.
That's right. It was just me, Gundam.
You didn't come out. If you weren't in your room.
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, if you don't hurry up and answer.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the...
You couldn't.
Not only did I not hear the alarm...
However, it is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either.
To be honest, it's not just... I was in a pretty deep sleep. It wasn't that.
I couldn't hear it.
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear...
We will never give up! Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. If I recall...
The reason we could not...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior...
You actually noticed that.
Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate... Now then, you guys must have...
Hold on a...
Why? Well, that's...
You're the only one! Gundam, there's... When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge...
What's wrong? If the bell of catastrophe
Why were you able...
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in... Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the... So why were you able to... There's only one possibility. That's why, even though you were...
Gundam,
Gundam probably couldn't return. After you saw Nekomaru, until the moment that alarm started, if you were in the lounge for that long,
Even though Mekamaru's murder, the killer still needed...
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode. And time...
In order to do that, the killer... Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru...
And once they tried to go back...
in their original plan, the killer and they were supposed to stay.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm
just like us.
The best case scenario would have been, after all, if they personally, unfortunately, so the killer couldn't go back to their room and ended up hearing the loud.
But why'd you come out?
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those... That would have been the worst possible outcome.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms, how ironic.
Gundam?
Answer me this. Including... The answer is 10. That's right, that means I have 5 times the hearing of a...
Is that... You bastard.
Do not panic. The truth shall not at the time. I left my room. That's right. That's all it was.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you.
I see. Well, you don't have to admit it. So, why don't we just...
hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's...
Hey! What do you mean that...
Perhaps I should say just a boring farce. Seriously.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What act...
Well, let's just leave that.
You said...
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses? As I recall, the killer... Plus, the stop. If so, the cube for these reasons.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House.
However, I was already at which means...
Are you serious?
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful human? That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was... the only means of travel between the two houses. That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
But the killer and not return to Strawberry.
Since I wasn't struck, there's no question that
It would have been different if or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you... Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between...
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method to...
Then why don't we ask the person who actually... You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, You can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry! You wouldn't like me when I'm angry! Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in...
The only place I can... There were various weapons and tools there. Pretty
Since those items were...
Scene. Normally we'd end up listening to Hot, but there's no reason to waste... Hey! First of all, by messing with all the clocks, the elevator was probably... Thanks to that, Nekomaru, so he just like we did when...
Hold on! You... Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry, Oliver?
You fools! Do not You make me laugh! After all this time...
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears. Maybe I'm just a human destined... I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. True.
That's wrong, Ben. You're the one who's...
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet. I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! It's Nekomaru's back! Do you really think I can get behind him so easily? Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! It's Nekomaru's back! Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you!
Oh? Are you seriously...
Say, of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes.
Now that you mention, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press—
How about it?
Not just myself, but I have no recourse but—
Admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one— Fine! Then you must— Victory can only be built upon— Now, trample this— Pull the curtain strings of—
We will never give up! here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House Lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer would obtain these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final debit. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter. From there, the killer began preparing to use the... First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain. This was done to make us falsely believe. With this, the killer finished their setup so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. As a result, the killer couldn't the lounge's wall clock alarms. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in... When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the... He crashed into the pillar, the sound of Nekomaru's However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't... That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone...
That was splendid!
Stop. Stop using weird words to avoid. I'll freak.
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Now then, who played trap? Nice!
Now then. Jeez.
Listen well! How pitiful. Fine.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
You.
Let's make history.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
Huh?
I can see it!
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. This is great! And what is your reason?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka! Heroes! I'm not going to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you.
In response to your spirit, I won't go easy on you. Don't waste your breath on cowardly
Nekomaru Nidai!
That is...
Let me tell you this. You weakling! Fall, my tears. If you flinch, you will die! Let me ask. Fine. Listen well! I shall engulf this world.
But...
Damn it.
Fine. Fall.
Oh. You...
Let's make history.
Well?
My name is Gundam Tanaka! Fade like dust in the wind. How pitiful. Fine. What is it, my four dark... Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared... However, there is no... I was simply visiting for a moment. That is why... Pride! Let us laugh! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame, Pat!
Let's start! It's punishment time!
Worst.
Oh.
Now then.
Hey!
It's not like that.
Huh.
Hey. Right?
Well... Damn it. It's obvious.
Monokuma appears!
Now then.
What's this? What's the matter?
Wow.
Hello.
Hey.
Say what?
You don't even know? Isn't that right?
Of course.
But...
Who knows?
Hey. Well... Right?
You're getting all riled up. No.